In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. My name is Abdul Khaliq Darwish. Palestinians are our brethren. We have every respect for them, and they are being slaughtered there in Gaza and West Bank. Israel is an apartheid state. They snatched the land from the Palestinians. What the Palestinians should have done. I was there in the National Press Club Islamabad on the Palestinian Day. A function, a seminar was held, and Palestinian ambassador was there to speak as a chief guest. Earlier than that, Zafar Iqbal, chairman PMLN, spoke. Whatever I wanted to say over there as a journalist, one of the audience, was said by Raja Zafarul Haq. He said, if at all you are attempting something for the past 50 or 60 years and you are yet unsuccessful, then we need to understand what is wrong with our policy. I think it is right. Palestinians are our brethren. That is why they are, if a Palestinian is killed, a brother is killed. If a Palestinian is snatched land of theirs, it is the same with us. We feel lot of pain and trouble for those people because they are our brethren. I think they were not having a visionary leadership at all. If at all they were having, they wouldn't have allowed any of the Palestinian to leave that land, to leave Jerusalem, and to leave the surrounding areas because the Israelis has arrived. They should have stick to there, whether they were having a land and they were having not the land, they should have stayed there. They should have stayed there, and no one else should have left that land at all, not for any reason at all, because ultimately the democracy has to arrive at any place. And because of the democracy, like what happened there in the South Africa, because now the black South Africans, they are the owner of their country because they didn't leave their country at all. They stayed there, and they kept struggling for their freedom, but they didn't leave their land. Unlike that, what the Palestinian did, Palestinians started deporting from that land, and now Israel is not allowing them to return to their own land, to return to their own country. Israel, the Palestinians left their country and lived in the refugee camps of the neighboring countries. Again, it was wrong. Why? Because they should have, now they are not being allowed to return to their land, and since they are not allowed to return to their land, this means that those who are already living there, they have been weakened. Now look at Israel. Although there some 17 to 20% of the Muslims are living there, they are casting their vote as well because they did not leave their land. Had they left, they wouldn't have been allowed to return to that place again. I think that was the policy of these Arabs was the right one. All the Palestinian Arabs, all the Palestinian Muslims should have done the same thing. They shouldn't have leave. They shouldn't have left the. They shouldn't have left their own land. Why? Because now they are not allowed to return to their land. And once they are not allowed, obviously it is bad for their families, it is bad for the people who are living there, and it is bad even for these people who are living out of their country. Have they been kept residing inside their own land, they would have been the voter there, and being a voter mean that you are powerful enough, you are empowered. Now these Palestinian brethren of ours, Palestinian brothers and sisters and our children are there, but they are very weak because they don't have the power of vote. The power of vote is a great power, and no one on earth can deprive. Israel is as bad as you are saying. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. Israelis, Israeli government, Israeli settlers, they are as bad as you are saying. I do not disagree with you at all. But dear friends, they are our enemy. We cannot complain. What we can do is we can change our own strategy, we can change our own policy, but we cannot complain against those people at all. Why? Because they are the enemies, and as an enemy, whatever they are doing, they don't have to look for our benefit, rather, they do have to look for their own benefit. If at all we have been protesting, Palestinians have been protesting in the whole of the world. What did happen? No help came from any of the countries. Now, why? Because protesting useless. We need to stay there, and these Palestinian brethren, should have get their children educated. I think they're very hardworking. They're very tough people, but at least they didn't have the visionary leadership at all, and their policies was wrong. And because of these wrong policies of theirs, these Palestinians have been manipulated and exploited. Palestinian people have been deprived of their land. These Palestinian people have been deprived of their right to vote, and this deprivation of not having the right to vote, it is not something very small. It is not even lesser than what the deprivation of the land means. Thank you.